Okay, Constable Coach Chris Stock, the Austin Bruins. You guys had an okay weekend. You split 1-1. Fairbank Ice Dogs were your first team all the way from Alaska.
Yep.
Was that a pretty exciting game, just playing a new team from somewhere far away?
It was real good. I think our fans were excited to see somebody they haven't seen in a couple of years, and for our guys to play a different team. They were a higher caliber team, and they played the game with a lot of puck possession, and it was real fun for our guys to get that feel this early in the season to understand what we have to do to win the Robertson Cup.
And something you told Caleb last week, you coached their coach in Waterloo. What was that like now coaching against him?
It was strange. Like, he's got a good team, and he's calling me coach, and his players are calling him coach, and it was good. It's good to see guys that you've worked with in the past do well, and he's had a couple good years of coaching, and look forward to coaching against him and him developing more.
Was it at all like, did you feel like you knew his style of coaching because you had worked with him so much? Like coming into the game, did you kind of know what to expect a little bit, or not?
You know what? There were some nuances that I think he picked up when we did coach him, and you could see a couple of his guys doing more of the minor things or the individual things that we taught him. And I love teaching the game, and it's good to know that some people pick it up and they're able to pass it on to others, and it just trickles down, and it gives you a good feeling about yourself that you pass some good knowledge on to somebody else.
Yeah, that's probably pretty rewarding to see.
Very rewarding. That's why I coach. I like to see that and have the reward, and wherever the guys are playing, see that they've learned something and they've bettered themselves.
Good. And you guys won that game, but you said earlier not a great second period. And I know that's something that you guys have been talking about, is playing a complete full game. How do you get the guys to do that? I mean, when do you think that's going to come along this season where that clicks with them and they're there for the entire game?
Well, I think we might have to take a couple good whoopings for guys to understand that you have to play. And we got some next coming up. We got some good games. Kenai's in first in the whole league. We got the Wilderness, who are the second, right behind them. And then we got Bismarck, who's tied for us in first place right now. So our next 5-6 games are against tough opponents, and we're going to have to play. It's like playoff atmosphere. We're going to have to play every minute of those games to be able to come out with W's and get points. And it's a tough stretch for us, so our guys should learn quickly.
Yeah, not an easy road, it sounds like.
No.
And we also talked, you guys handled the penalty kill pretty well this weekend. That's something you got to be a little bit pleased with.
Yeah, a lot of what we're talking about, having to play 60 minutes, comes down with a little bit of will. We talk about it all the time. You got to have the will inside you to do things, and the PK, you got to block shots. You got to do a lot of little things right for it to work, and that's what makes guys play 60 minutes, is having the will to do it, having the understanding and what it takes to win. And when you play tight opponents, like the game on Friday where it's a 2-1 game, even on Saturday, you do not know which play going into the game is going to make the difference in the game. So you got to play it as if everything matters on every play, and our guys got to learn that. It's a process, but we're working on it, and they're working on it, and we'll get it.
Okay, then so you guys had Cooling Region on Saturday away, and you guys lost that one.
Yep.
What happened there? Anything big or specific, or just there that night?
We didn't have our mental focus that we needed to win that hockey game. We went in and we played average hockey, and we came out with a negative result. And
that's what you get.
That's what you get, yeah. We kind of thought we'd just turn it on in the third. It was 0-0 going into the third. We actually scored first to go up 1-0, but Cooler Region playing at home, they kept coming, scored to tie it. Another 5 minutes, they scored to take a 2-1 lead. And we put some pressure on to try to score and get back in the game, but just wasn't there that night. And quite frankly, we didn't deserve to win. We didn't play well enough to win.
And your shots on goal, those numbers were down a little bit this weekend from your average. Were they just not there? Were they quality shots you guys were taking, or just not getting enough on net?
It was just not getting enough on net, and that's what happens when you don't skate. We talk, you don't skate, you don't compete for 60 minutes, you play good teams, you don't get the puck. Our guys, we said, look tired, and you look tired because you're playing defense. Defense is a lot harder to play than offense, and when you're always chasing.
Offense is where you take the break.
Yeah, it's just easier. You don't have to run around, you don't have to chase somebody, you don't have to dig in and compete as hard playing offensively, and our guys look tired, and that's because we were playing defense.
And Nick Lear, in goalie, he's been playing well, hasn't he? I mean, he kind of steps up every game for you guys.
Yeah, I really don't know if he could be playing much better right now. He really kept us in the game both Friday and Saturday, and if he wouldn't have been in there, we wouldn't have won Friday. He kept us in the game, and Saturday he did the best he could, but the dam did break, and they were able to capitalize on a lot of right around the net goals. But he's been playing fantastic, and he's a big backbone of our team right now.
And so coming up this weekend, you guys are on the road. Remind me again.
No.
No, you're here.
Yeah.
You're here. Okay, so we'll be here this weekend watching you guys.
Yep.
And who do you have?
Kenai River.
Kenai River, and they're pretty talented.
Yep.
They're kind of on a roll right now?
They're on a roll right now. They've won quite a few in a row. I don't know the exact number, but they're the #1 team in our in the entire league. So
wow.
We got to buckle up the chin straps and be ready to go.
That's going to be a challenge. Kind of a test for you guys this weekend?
Yep. You know, they ended up taking Fairbanks' spot as #1. Fairbanks was #1 coming in here, but by us beating them, it allowed Kenai to go get ahead of them. So, you know, hopefully we can do the same thing, but it'll be a tough challenge.
Okay. And then one last thing, playoffs. I mean, obviously a ways away, but the Robertson Cup, there's been some changes.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about those, and are they good changes?
I think they're great changes. We can, you know, the semifinal, instead of going to Texas for the Robertson Cup, the semifinals are going to be right here. You know, the top 4 seeds, the top 2 get the home ice. Okay. So for one of the top 2 teams remaining, we would have host the semifinals, and then when you get to the finals, whoever's the higher seed gets to host that. So there's a lot of incentive of these out-of-division games to remain as you know, the best team, so that we could possibly host the semifinals or finals of the Robertson Cup.
And you know that if it was here, this place would be packed.
Yep, it'd be rocking, and it'd be great for our fans to see that, see great hockey in May, and you know, that's what it's about. It's about a great environment for the kids to play in front of, and that's why the changes were made.
Okay, well, great. Good luck this weekend. And
thanks much.
We'll see you soon.